Hey everybody, my name is Joe Pace, and today's class is intended to make you feel shiny and new. And the reason I decided to do this is I'm actually wearing all green today. I had a whole different plan. We were going to do a different flow, but I reconfigured my plan, and because I'm wearing green, using it as the really the inspiration for the feeling of being green, of being new, of being really new to something and feeling new. The color green generally reminds me of spring, of when new plants are growing and there's a lot of freshness in the air. So hopefully at the end of this class, you feel really fresh, rejuvenated, alive, and hopefully feeling mostly brand new. That's my goal. So with that, to start, we're going to start with some breathing, some pranayama, as it's known. And just find a comfortable seat, and we're going to do very, very simple breathing technique. It's called Ujjayi breathing, victorious breathing. And it'll be a slight narrowing at the base of the throat. So as if you were whispering or fogging up a mirror, that action in the throat, that sensation, is what we're going to carry through our breathing. All right, so we'll just fog up the mirror on the first one. So inhale through the nose normally, and fog up the mirror, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, fog up the mirror. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale out the mouth, just like that. Now we take it through the nose. Exhale through the nose with that fogging up mirror throat. Inhale that same way. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and just continue that breathing pattern. Last one here. Okay, really nice. Let's keep that breathing going as we practice. Coming to tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders. We'll take some really basic cat and cow. So inhale, lift the chest, lift the tail. Exhale with that Ujjayi breath, tuck the tail, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, inhale the right arm high, twist it open, breathe here. Feel the right rib cage spread open as you twist open lightly. Exhale, right arm underneath left arm. Gently bring the right shoulder to the mat. Feel the nice twists in the upper mid-back. Keep the shoulders in line with one another, hips in line with one another. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale, right hand down. We'll take the other side, left arm up overhead. Feel left rib cage opening, breathe into it. Exhale, left arm underneath right, left shoulder to the mat, maybe the left ear. Breathe here. Feel the back of the rib cage open. Spine gently twist. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, left arm down. From here, we'll take it to the forearms and then lower the hips to the mat. We're going to take Sphinx pose. So starting from the spine outward, we want to warm up the spine first for this feeling of feeling brand new. So lift through the chest, pull the elbows back towards you, lift through the sternum, chin in towards the chest. Breathe here. You can lift the kneecaps by engaging the quads. You'll feel your low back turn on. Make sure there's no pain in the low back here. Lifting through the chest. Feel as though you could slide your forearms back towards you without them moving, and then your chest draws through your upper arms. Super smooth, deep Ujjayi breathing here. Last breath here. From here, lift the hips off the mat, lift the thighs, tuck the toes under, forearm plank. You can bring the hands towards one another, spread the shoulder blades wide, press down through your forearms, the inside seams of your hands, the elbows straight down into the mat. Feel your core turn on, and then from here, lift the right leg one time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. From here, let's drop our heels over to the right. Inhale back. Exhale, left. Inhale back. From here, lower the knees and then press them back. Lower the knees. Exhale. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale, lightly touching the mat. Exhale. Inhale, nothing changing in the upper body. Exhale. Inhale. From here, rock the heels over to the right, back to center. Rock the heels over to the left, back to center. Please come to the knees. From here, we're going to take side plank on our left forearm. So come to the outside edge of the left foot, reach through the left shoulder, reach high through the right arm. So our original forearm plank was working more of the rectus abdominis central core. To work the external core, our external obliques and transverse abdominis, everything in the side area of our body, okay? Breathe deep, lift the hips, feel the side body turn on. Gently come back to right forearm, rolling onto the outside edge of the right arm. Press through the hands, shoulder right over the right elbow, and then you can stack the feet, place one on top of the other, gaze up or down, off to the side. Whatever you need. Lift the hips 1 inch. Strong, smooth Ujjayi breathing here. Coming back where you came from. Left hand down. From here, walk the feet in towards your heel, or towards your elbows. So making sure the elbows aren't splaying out wide. Keep the hips lifting. Dolphin pose. For 3. 2, and 1. Walk the feet back to forearm plank, please. Lower the knees, thighs, hips up to upward to Sphinx pose, not upward facing dog quite yet. From here, elbows wide, lower in between the hands, hands underneath shoulders, lift up. Press it through cobra pose. So strengthening the back. You could lift the hands off the mat and nothing would change in the upper body. Maybe lift the feet from the mat as well for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Gently lower. This time a little weight in the hands. Press it high. Elbows drawing towards one another. And as opposed to straightening the elbows, keep the elbows drawing back with elbows bent. Lift the chest through the arms. As little weight in the hands as you can manage. Try not to clench the butt. For 3, 2, 1. Gently release to the mat. Last time here, upward facing dog. So we're going to press it up through plank. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Engage the quads. Feel your low back protected by the quads being engaged. We can't bend deep into our low back. if we're engaging the front of the thighs and the quads. Keep the chest lifting. Breathe here for 3, 2, 1. From here, lower the knees, lift through the chest, roll all the way down to the mat using the strength of your back to come down lightly. Very nice. Take a moment here. You take the legs up, rock your heels side to side, rinse out the low back. So starting with back bending, obviously. From here, heels come to the butt. From here, we're not going to grab the ankles, but we're going to reach towards them with our hands. All right, so we're in position here. Lift the chest, lift the knees off the mat. You can bring the feet towards one another, pressing the toes together, but keep the knees in line with the hips. So not letting the knees bow out. Reach back towards your ankles with your hands. Lift through the chest. Breathe here, rock the weight onto the belly. Lift the feet, lift the hands for 5, 4, 3, 2. Gently lower everything. Press it back. Child's pose. So release everything we got going on in the back. We'll be back into back bends later, but just give it a moment here to rinse itself out. And then from here, coming back through tabletop position. And from here, we'll take the right foot to the right thumb. So starting in a nice low lunge with the left knee underneath left hip, rise, arms overhead. From here, hands to heart center. And just breathe here. So we're ultimately going to take it into a twist, but lift through the hip points. Make sure you're not dipping forward in the hips. Tailbone draws straight down. Okay, not tucking under, but straight down. So our hips are in line and they're not spilling forward. With the hands at heart center, gently take the left elbow outside the right knee. Nice prayer twist on the mat. And we're not going to come off the left knee. Just breathe here. So rinsing out the spine, breathing deep into our Ujjayi breathing. So fill up the lungs as best you can through the nose. Exhale, release. And it's hard to fill up the lungs in these twists. Our lungs are slightly compressed. So fill up as best you can. Feel the inhales opening the spine. Come back on an inhale, arms reach back. Exhale, plant the hands down to the inside edge of your right leg, and this time we'll come off the left knee. So we're in a lizard pose, and you can take the forearms to the mat if you'd like. Otherwise, just keep the hands here. Hands can also be on blocks if this feels like too much for your left hip, but keep the hips lifting. If you feel as though you can take the forearms to the mat, all good. Feel something good here. Feel something positive in the hips. Coming back through tall lizard. We're going to take a few transitions here. So lower the knee and then bring it in underneath your hip. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant the hands inside the right leg. Step the left foot back. Lizard. Lower left knee. Bring it forward underneath your hip. Inhale, rise. Low lunge. Exhale, hands plant inside the right leg. Lift the left leg. Lower left knee under left hip. Inhale. Exhale, hands inside right foot. Step the left foot back. Lizard. Last time here, left knee forward. Inhale. Exhale. Plant hands inside right leg. Lift left knee. From here, chest drawing up and forward. Take your left hand directly underneath your left shoulder, and we twist it open. Right hand to the sky. Keep the hips in line with one another. Breathing into the spine all the way up, drawing forward with the crown of the head, back through the left heel. Reaching both arms away from one another. You can take your right hand to your right hip for sure if it's too much on the shoulders. Gaze down or up or to your side. For 3, 2, 1. Gently place right hand back to the mat. Lizard. Stay here and breathe. Gently lower left knee. Right knee comes back. Let's take the other side. Left leg forward. Right knee right underneath your right hip. Arms rise. And we set it up. Hands right at the center of our chest. Hip points lifting so we're not spilling forward. Lifting through the hip points. Tailbone straight down, not tucking under. So we want a nice flat and open low back. Arms can be overhead or hands at heart center. Feel the right hip flexor opening, stretching. Lift through the spine on an inhale. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Get a nice twist here, breathing into the spine. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling if that's too much on your neck. Gaze can be straight down. And you're not trying to torque into the deepest pose here. This should feel pretty light in the spine. So don't worry about coming so deep into the pose. Do the best you can. Crown of the head long, spine as long as you can get it. Creating space between every one of our vertebrae. Or each vertebra. Vertebrae would be the plural. Gently release. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, plant the hands inside edge of left foot. Lift right knee if you need a little space. Lower left knee if you want a little bit extra. Lower into the forearms if you want a little more. So this deep variation requires a lot of hip flexibility. Not recommended if you're just starting out with yoga. Absolutely take the hands inside the leg. You can always scoot this knee in and just breathe into the left hip flexor. This is about the left hip. You also get a little bit of the front of the right hip, but thinking mostly about left hip stretch, deep hip stretch. Stay deep in your breath. Stay deep in the focus. And we'll flow a little bit. From here, right knee tucks underneath right hip. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands inside left leg. Smoothly lift, lizard. Right knee down and forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands, step right foot back. Lizard. All the way down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands. Step left leg, right leg back. Reach it up. Right knee down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, plant hands. Step the right leg back. Last time here, right knee under right hip. Inhale. Exhale, hands lower. Press the right leg back. This time, set up the right hand right underneath the right shoulder. And we spin the left arm open. You can always take the left hand to the left hip or come left hand to left knee. So you can control the depth of your twist a little bit more. Strongly breathing into the legs, gripping them out with your fingertips. And if you're reaching high with your left hand, reach away with the right hand as well. So your right shoulder is far from your right ear as you can get it. Gently release back to lizard. Holding here. Breathing into the left hip. Slowly release right knee, coming back to tabletop position. Okay, from this tabletop, we want to take a little bit of side flexion in the spine. So from here, we're going to take the right shoulder towards the right hip and just breathe here. So the side flexing of the spine, breathe as best you can into the left side of your spine. Right hip drawing towards right shoulder. Continue to hold for 2. 1, come back through center on an inhale. Exhale, other side. Left hip towards left shoulder, and you're breathing. So feel that crunching action in the side of the body. You'll feel the core turn on, especially in the side. Side flexion of the spine should feel really good. Last breath here. Inhale, come back to neutral. Let's take just a few cat-cows, but we'll add a little bit of movement to them. So on an exhale, we're gonna press the mat away, cat the spine, sit back towards the heels. Inhale, gently rock the weight forward, chest lifting through the arms. Feel the shoulders come forward of the fingertips. Exhale back, cat with the heels close to the butt. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last time, exhale back. Inhale forward. And we bring it back to neutral. Hands underneath shoulders. Okay, from here, knees directly underneath your hips. So a few options here. On an inhale, the right leg comes back. You can take the right foot to the mat or the right leg lifting. Hands again directly underneath the shoulders. From here, you take the left arm long. Reach right shoulder away from right ear by pressing the right hand into the mat. Lift all your limbs for 2. Gently release 1. Take the other side, left foot back. Keep the toes on the floor. Maybe the left leg lifts. From here, the right arm extends up and forward. Find your balance for 3, 2, everything lifts. 1, gently release everything to the mat. We flow. Inhale, right leg, left arm, reach. Exhale, set it down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, set it down. We add on, inhale, everything lifts. Exhale, bend right knee, reach towards the right foot with the left arm. Inhale, back where you came from. Exhale, set it all down. We'll take the other side. Inhale, everything lifts. Bend left knee, reach back. Inhale, back where you came from. Exhale, set it all down. Inhale, other side, left arm, right leg. Exhale, bend knee, reach, maybe grab. If you've got the grab, lift everything. If you don't, just hold for 2. 1, release back where you came from. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Other side, left leg, right arm. Exhale, bend and reach. Maybe grab and lift for 3, 2. Gently release back where you came from. Exhale, set it down. Last time, inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, bend and turn. Lift it up. Inhale, back where you came from. Stay here. Exhale, left hand towards right ankle. Lift it up again. Back where you came from. Inhale. Exhale, set it down. Other side, left leg, right arm. Inhale. Exhale, twist, grab, maybe lift. Release, come back where you came from. Exhale, reach it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release, back where you came from. Exhale, set it down. From here, sit on your toes or sit on your heels, tuck your toes under. Beautiful. So you'll notice we've stayed pretty low to the mat this whole time. Hopefully feeling pretty worked, but also rejuvenated. We're not moving so fast right now that you're out of breath. Maybe you are a little bit, but you're catching your breath. You're breathing smoothly through your nose as best you can. All right, camel pose. Back to the back bends. So from here, with the toes tucked under, we take the hands to the low back. Keep the tailbone drawing straight down as you lift through your chest. Take the back bend. Chin can be in towards the chest and continue to lift the chest towards the chin. Breathe here. Maybe the hands to heels. So we want to hold this camel pose, so don't come into your deepest variation. Keep the tailbone tucking down, the chest lifting, chin in towards chest. We don't have to drop the head all the way back right now. Stay breathing deep. Coming back up, lift the chest vertically up. Sit back on the heels. Get a nice toe stretch. Coming into that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up. Place the hands where they need to be. On your next inhale, lean it back, but thinking more about chest up first. Find the back bend, and then the hands come to the heels, if that's possible. Otherwise, keep the hands to the low back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest vertically up. Sit back on the heels. Last one here, just a small break between poses. Lift it back up. Again, chest lifting, hands to the low back. Keep the chest lifting, lifting, lifting. The arc is created in the upper back, mid-back, even bending in every one of your vertebrae. Lift the chest. Strong, deep breath here. Lifting the chest back up where it came from, sit back on the heels. From here, child's pose. So gently release all of that back bending in this nice moderate forward fold. All right. Cross the legs in front of you, roll onto your backs, please. Okay, so we got some core work, and again, the goal of this class is to feel rejuvenated. So don't feel like you need to press through everything we do today, but we're going to combine a lot of things in this core work that open things while we're using our core to strengthen it. All right, so the first step we're going to take is the right leg across the left leg. So the right leg's on top. If you know how to take eagle legs, you can wrap the right foot around the left calf. Not necessary, okay? Just make sure you're feeling as though your legs are stable and you're not feeling any pressure or pain in your right knee, okay? With the right leg on top, we have the right arm underneath the left arm. You can take just a bear hug here, or the backs of your hands towards one another, or interlace the double wrap, so you have the right arm underneath the left arm and the right fingertips in the left palm. From here, so now we lift the knees right over the hips, and so now we're an eagle on our backs. From here, spread the shoulders wide and down the back. Take a crunch, knees to elbows. Inhale, release. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the bind of the hands. Keep the legs as they are. Breathe here. Drop the feet to the mat. Place the low back evenly on the mat. So we don't want one hip feeling more of this than the other. Just keep the legs twisting. And then now release the legs. Keep the soles of the feet against the mat, knees bent. So you don't have to take every one of these crunches. Take whatever you need to feel rejuvenated. Core work wakes up the whole body. So that's what we want to do right now. Left knee over right. And this side may be different than the first side. Maybe it's appropriate to take the double bind if you didn't take it on the first side. Maybe it's not if you did. Either way, whatever feels good. From here, we have left leg on top. So it's left arm under, spreading shoulder blades, the fingers of the left hand in the right palm, if that's possible, bear hug, or backs of hands towards one another. Find neutral, spread the shoulder blades, draw them down your back, lift the elbows up and away from you. So we have our pose set. And from here, we lift the knees over the hips. Deep inhale. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, release, unbind the arms, keep the legs as they are, low back planted into the mat. Gently release the bind of the legs, soles of the feet to the mat. So feeling what it's like, feeling as open as you feel with all that binding that went on, now we feel open and freed. So sometimes we need to take a binding position to feel an openness like this. Okay? From here, we're going to take the soles of the feet straight towards the ceiling. So this is still core work, but mostly twisting. So we're worried mostly about the twist and paying attention mostly to the actions of twisting more than how low our feet can get to the ground. Take both palms to your sides, face down, and press firmly into them. So this feeling of the hands pressing down into the mat is going to support our twist the entire way. Keep the hips lifting so they don't actually come off the mat, but you feel as though your core turns on by your tailbone lifting just slightly off the mat. Keep this core engagement as you drop your feet over to the right, any degree. Feel the core turn on, and we're going to hold here. Notice your right hand pressing into the floor. You should feel nothing in your low back. You're engaging through the core, extending through both heels. Press the left shoulder firmly into the mat for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through center. And we take the other side, left hand pressing, coming any degree, making sure the right shoulder is planted into the mat. Feel the core engage. Press the right hand down, evenly as strong as the left hand for 3, 2. Inhale back to center. Take the other side again. Bring them over to the right. Feel the core turn on, and that's all we want to feel. We don't want to feel as though we're working as hard as we can. We want to feel as though we're supporting this twist with our core. Press evenly through the hands. Keep both shoulders rooted into the mat evenly. Neck is long, jaw is soft for 3, 2, 1. Back through center. And then we take it to the other side. Again, heels extending, hips rooted or left hip rooted. Press down through both hands. And you're firm in your core. You're not going so far that you're twisting into your low back. We just want to support this with all parts of our body that we can for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. 1 more on each side. I know it's probably feeling intense, especially if you're going further than I've been describing. But don't go so far. Inhale over to the right. Find a place where you can be stable, supported with the shoulders and the arms, extending through both heels. Engage the quads for 3, 2, 1. Back through center. Let's take the other side. Over to the left. Press evenly through both hands, both shoulders. Extend down with the hips and out with the heels for 3, 2, 1. Coming back through center. Bend the knees, soles of feet to the mat. From here, our last set of back bends. All right, so from here, we'll take the triceps to the mat, soles of feet to the mat, heels in towards the butt. From here, we press the hips high. Feeling the nice back bend, you can walk your shoulders closer to your heels. Lift through the hips and knees, stay straight over the ankles, never letting the knees splay out from one another. Stay right here, nice and centered. Deep Ujjayi breathing as we started off class with. Gently release uppermost vertebrae to lowest. We're going to take 2 more. Option for wheel here. So if you have wheel in your practice, always an option if you'd like. You take the hands to the sides of the ears, elbows in towards one another, same thing as bridge. And if you're taking it, press it up. If you're taking bridge, take the same exact thing we just did. Press through the hands, ideally extending through the elbows so we're locked out, knees right over ankles just like they were in bridge. Stay here. Breathe deep. Tuck chin in towards chest as you lower shoulders back down to the mats. Wherever you are, please don't hug your knees in towards your chest just yet. Last round of back bends here. If you're taking bridge, take bridge. If you're taking wheel, take wheel. We're here for about 10 breaths. So whatever you can be doing for 10 full deep breaths, that is a long time, especially to be holding wheel. So that's what I'm demonstrating right now. But bridge is always a great option if the wheel gets to be too much. We've already taken 2 breaths. Last breath here. Slowly lower down with chin in towards chest if you took the wheel. And now, finally, we can hug the knees in towards the chest lightly. And the reason we don't hug the knees into the chest between back bends is we just don't want to create forward flexion and backwards extension, forward flexion, backwards extension in the spine. It's almost like the idea of just bending a paperclip back and forth, back and forth. Eventually it snaps in half. That's not what's going to happen in your spine, but the same principle applies. We just want to take one direction at a time. All right, gently release soles of feet to the mat. And then any way you can, however you'd like, please come to a comfortable seated position. All right, so final active pose of the day. We're going to take any variation in the legs. We just need to take a nice lengthy seated twist. Okay, so feet out in front of you. Here are the options with the legs. One foot comes in towards you, you can stay here. This foot can come across and you would keep the legs as is, or you can take the straightened leg, bring it underneath you. You can go in that order, and as long as both of your sit bones are rooted evenly into the mat, you can continue. Once you feel one sit bone come off the mat, you take the previous variation. Okay, I'm gonna stay here. Options with the arms. Wherever you are, you have your right knee in towards your chest. Then you can take the eye of the left elbow, wrap it around the right knee, and then place the right hand behind you, lifting through the chest and twist. You can also take this left elbow outside of the right knee. Press the right hand behind you, lift through the chest. This is known as Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Also known as just really good twist. So keep both sit bones rooted into the mat. You're breathing deep through the nose, and before you create any depth of the twist, so before any lateral twisting, you root the sit bones down, you lift through the chest, you stay tall through the crown of your head, the tip top of your head reaching towards the ceiling, and then you twist a little deeper, staying in this twist for another 10 or so breaths. If you have the reach, you can take the left hand, if you have the left elbow across the right knee, take the left hand to the sole of the left foot. Coming back in towards center, we switch sides. So unravel the legs, any variation again. in, cross, double cross. And then again, the options with the arm, grab or come across. Come in lightly, we're coming in from a maximum twist on the other side. So just gently twist it over to the left, lifting through the crown of the head before coming any deeper into the twist. Knowing that if you're looking to your left, the only additional twist you're getting is in your neck. There's no extra twist in your back by looking to the left. So your gaze can be anywhere. So if I look towards you, same twist in my back. If I turn all the way over to the left, same twist in my back. Gently come back through center. Unravel the legs, and now we're coming back onto our backs. From here, hug both knees in towards your armpits, and then you can grab your shins or the feet if you can reach them. If you've got the feet, hold here. If you got the shins, hold here. Maybe the heels come towards the ceiling. Maybe you can hug the knees in towards the floor, keeping the base of the back, the lowest area, the sacrum, pressed into the mat. You can straighten one leg or the other. And gently release both legs, extend both legs long. Heels slightly wider than hips width, feet fall apart from one another, palms face up. Find a nice, light, comfortable position on your back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let every part of your body hang heavy. We'll be here for just a few minutes, so just really honoring your practice by being here consciously. This is a very important part of the practice. Letting everything go, including your mind. Slowly come back to your breath. Bring some movement into the extremities. Slowly coming back. From here, in your own way, find your way to a comfortable seated position. Seated with a tall spine. Keeping the eyes closed, feeling a sense of ease. Hopefully feeling lighter, more open, a little bit more brand new. I hope you took this opportunity to take care of yourself, never forcing, never jerking, never putting yourself in compromising positions. And I hope you're able to maintain that approach through the rest of your yoga practice. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.